In today's video, I'm going to talk about the dark truth about running an online business, because there's a lot of things. Of course, it looks like the dream, I know, like time freedom, being able to work from wherever you want, but there's some stuff that actually sucks, that I actually wish were different. If you do not know me, I've been running an online business for a couple of years now, and there's clearly things that sucks, right? So in today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 things I personally hate about running an online arbitrage, and not necessarily an online arbitrage business, but 5 things I hate about my online business, right? 5 things I wish were different. Before we start, my name is Chris Gunza. I do Amazon FBA. If you do not know me, because this video is a little bit different. So if you want to grow an Amazon business yourself, I have 2 options for you. First of all, I'm starting a mentorship group soon. It's going to be a test group. It's going to be the cheapest go. First link in the description. Join the wait list if you want more information. More information is going to come soon. Second link, one-on-one coaching. If you need help one-on-one to grow your Amazon business, doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a little bit more advanced, second link in the description. Book a call with me. You can look at my availability. Third link, Discord server for Amazon sellers. If you want to grow a business, you need to network. Best way to do it, join our Discord server. All right, so let's just start with the first thing that I hate about running an online business. And the first thing is that it is pretty lonely. All right, it is really lonely, especially if you are doing it and you are not talking to people. And even if you are talking to people online and stuff, it can be pretty lonely. All right, so you may not realize it, and it may look like the dream to actually work from home, work on your own terms, having no one to talk about, having no one to talk to, I'm sorry. But it actually sucks, when you work a job, and I've never actually worked a 9-to-5 job, and I actually hate social interaction, right? It's not that I hate social interaction, but I do not need a lot of social interaction, right? I'm kind of an introvert. I'm not an introvert in a sense that I'm actually shy, or that I'm just not outgoing too much, because I just like to stay by myself. But running an online business is actually really lonely, because you have no one to go to, all right? You have no one to talk to, you have no one to share with, all right? Except if you are networking online and stuff, but still, it is still kind of lonely, right? And even though you do not like social interaction, stuff like that, you still need some, like you still need a minimum numbers of social interaction to survive, all right? We are social animals. And so you do not talk to people, all right? You have no coworkers, you have no people to talk to, you have no people to share stuff with, and so it gets kind of lonely, and all your friends that you grew up with, and all your friends actually work jobs, all right? Work corporate jobs, and so you do not necessarily see them during the week, you do not necessarily see them during the weekend, you do your own stuff, and it gets kind of lonely, right? There's not a lot of shit that you can do, you do not see a lot of people, because the people that you spend the most time with usually are your coworkers. You do not have coworkers, all right, except if you run a huge operation, but I'm talking about the scale at which I'm at right now. And, you do not have coworkers, so there's not a lot of people that you are going to talk with, you are going to have social interaction with, and it gets pretty lonely, all right, which is not too big of a problem if you are someone like me, but if you are someone that really needs social interactions and stuff, and actually it is a problem, and I'm glad that I have people that I talk to online and stuff, but it still does not replace real interaction. And this is one of the big things that I think sucks about running a business, an online business at the scale at which I'm running it. Yes, I'm making a good amount of money, but it sucks, all right? You do not talk to people, it sucks. It gets lonely sometimes, all right? Second thing, it is slow and boring, and most of the time when you run at specific scale, there's going to be a lot of time where you have nothing to do, all right? Nothing to do. And people always talk about the grind, stuff like that, but at one point, if your business is running efficiently, you're going to realize that there's nothing to do. Like sometimes you just need to be patient. Just do whatever you need to do, just be patient, and there's nothing to do, right? And it gets boring. It gets really boring. And so it's frustrating, because you would like to do more to actually grow your business, but sometimes you cannot do a lot, all right? If you do not have, if your bottleneck is capital, there's not a lot of stuff that you can do except finding more capital. But sometimes it's just about being patient and waiting for your capital to flip. I'd like to put more hours in my business, There's just no way for me to do it efficiently right now, right? I just need to wait, to be patient. And it's going to be the case like with a lot of business model that you are doing online, just like this one. And actually the reason why I actually started my Amazon business in the first place is because I was bored and I was looking for more stuff to do, right? And I started private labeling. With private labeling, it was even worse. There was really nothing to do, right? And so I moved to retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage, I needed to scale. I needed to find another business model. I moved to online arbitrage because it's easier to scale. And at the beginning, yes, it was busy, but right now it gets to the same point where, like there's not a lot of shit I can do, all right? There's not a lot of shit I can do. I just need to wait. I'm just waiting for the sales that I know, things that go on sale, because I already know to source, I already know to do all that stuff. The only thing that I can do is wait and be patient, spend money when it makes sense for me to spend money, and wait and sit on my capital when it makes sense to actually sit on my capital. And this is why I'm actually working on other stuff, and I'm like actually investing. And it's not just this, but it's going to be one of the other points. I'm going to talk about what I wanted to talk about right now in the fourth point. But let's move to the third point first. It's hard to disconnect from the business, right? Even though you have nothing to do, it's hard to not talk constantly and to not think constantly about the business, right? About what's going on, about what you should do. It is going to be stuck in your head, all right? And it's not just like a job where you can just turn off your computer and that's it, right? And I do not even know if it feels like that, because as I said, I've never worked a 9-to-5 job. I never worked in a corporate environment. But like, it's really hard to disconnect, right? It's really hard to disconnect. Even though you do not have things to do, you are always constantly thinking about the business, about things that you are going to need to do next, about what you can do to scale, about all that stuff is going to get stuck in your head. This is why you need to try to find something to fill your time, because if not, like, it's going to be boring. For example, for myself, I play a lot of chess at the moment. I've always played a lot of chess, but like, I'm trying to study. I'm trying to improve because I'm just trying to stay occupied, even though I'm also working on other business to try to think about something else, such as this YouTube channel, for example. This is one of them. But yeah, like, it's hard to disconnect, and you are going to need to fill your days with other shit. Find passions, find stuff to do if you want to be able to disconnect, because if not, like, it's really, really hard to disconnect, all right? 4 points. Fourth reason why I actually, not that I hate it, because once again, it was kind of hard to find 5 things. I really had to think about it a lot. But 4th thing that I hate about running an online business is that, especially, like, a lot of online business are pure cash cow, right? They are just there to bring you money. They have no mission. And, it's kind of meaningless. At one point, it's only, like, you are not making a difference, all right? And so you are not necessarily passionate about your business. It's really just a cash cow to bring cash. And, it's kind of meaningless, at some point. And so, because of that, and as I said, as I was saying before, you want to find something. It's just, like, you do not need to do this for your whole life. It's a good way to actually get a lot of cash to invest into other ventures, just like I did, for example, with this YouTube channel. It's way more meaningful. Like, you get more fulfilled by actually helping people reaching their goal. And so, this is one of the things that I invested in, to not only fill up my time, because I have something to do every single day with the daily videos, but also because it's way more fulfilling. You are doing something that is actually quite fulfilling. Whenever someone is actually coming to you and say, "Oh, you changed my life because you helped me make that amount of money, you helped me start my business," it's actually way more fulfilling than selling stuff online, right? So because of that, I try to work on other business in which I can invest in, such as this YouTube channel, such as other stuff that I am going to talk about in the channel soon that are still in the work. But it's kind of meaningless. And so if you put all of this together, like, no meaning, lonely, boring because there's no shit to do, it starts to get really hard. And the 5th thing that I hate about running an online business is that even though there's all those things, as I said, you feel lonely, it's meaningless. There's nothing to do most of the time. Like, a lot of the time, there's nothing to do. And it's going to be Q4, so it's going to change a little bit. If you know about Amazon, you know what I'm talking about. But the worst thing is that even though all those things sucks, you would still rather do I would still do this instead of working 9 to 5 jobs. All right, I would like, I cannot work a 9 to 5 job. I'd rather be lonely. I'd rather feel lonely, and you know, this being so boring and like not having a lot of shit to do and not have a lot of meaning in the work that I do, instead of working a 9 to 5 job. All right, because it really sucks. So that's the 5 things that I hate about running an online business. Let me know yours in the comments. Let me know what you hate about. If you are running an online arbitrage business, let me know in the comment what you hate about it. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.